Welcome back, everyone. Again, please keep your phone on vibrate mode, and if you have to absolutely take a call, do it once you exit the room. We'll start with our artist talk now. Sadia Marium is an independent photographer based in Dhaka, and her practice pollinates with the process of creating photographs, video, alternative printing methods, enactment of text and sound. Intrusion in photography intrigues her the most. In her past body of work, Days Untitled, she tried to investigate how personal and hidden memories can be presented in public domain. Ordinary characters, unremarkable spaces, and objects are the protagonists of her works to trace collective emotions. Sadia, you can start.
Oh, this is scary. Thank you for the Kathmandu for giving me the opportunity to show my work. I'm extremely bad in explaining and talking about my work, so I will read whatever I have prepared and present some of my works which probably show the process, transition, as well as the aesthetical and political stand I'm taking. I was brought up in a middle-class family where one has to be habituated to suppress emotion, follow rules, respect norms, and most importantly, keep secrets in their closets. Of course, as a daughter, as a woman of the family, the pressure intensifies. You have to take permission for every little things in your life, even to go to the toilet. No, I'm just kidding. So if you ask for something which question their beliefs and the social cultural structure they have built, most certainly the answer is no. And I am really fascinated to see the ways they say no in various ways. Like, you are not knowledgeable enough to do that. And women are not made for this. I feel concerned, please do not do this. And etc., etc., etc. So whenever there is negation from family, society, I immediately feel curiosity and a determination to do it. My mom once wrote to me not to be confined in the four walls. She's already doing it every day for us. My father used to make us all sit for Satyajit Ray's films. My uncle and his books used to live with us. I remember stealing and reading adult books in my very early ages. These books and films were my secret alley to imagine the world out there. I dreamed to be a filmmaker, be the woman who creates all the mess, handles with strength, and construct a lifelike experience. But I found myself working as a merchandiser in a lingerie factory in Chittagong. It was not bad though. I used to get rejected fancy lingerie. 2 years later, when my family felt their introvert girl has got back the sanity, she's earning money and all settled, I ran away. I ran away from Chittagong to Dhaka, and I started to search for ways to pursue my dream. Then I admitted to Pathshala and I started all over again. Now I will show you a work which I made on 2014 in Myanmar. It was an exchange program between Oslo University College, Myanmar Data, and Pathshala, where 30 students had to produce work in Myanmar within 45 days. I worked in a village named Nanther Myang. It was a lazy afternoon when I reached Nanther Myang village. The villagers were having nap in their bamboo huts. Children were throwing water to each other, while the scorching sun was not showing any sign of kindness. The dusty roads and lack of trees made the village look abandoned and cruel. We had to sell our own land to move here. This land is infertile, so they gave it to us, said Dokin Than, 65 years old woman, live live in the Nantharmyang village for 24 years. The village, situated in Madaya township, is locally known as the resettlement village for the leprosy-affected people. I met the friends of Dokin Than in the village, Mini, Ujo Nain, Dokin Thanji, Dokin Shanji, and Dothanji, who all moved from Mandalay, Nepido, Yangon, and many other places. They welcomed me as if they have found someone from their lost families after a long time. Bareness and stigma associated with the disease build the character of the village. It has a population of 1,400, of whom 360 persons are affected by leprosy. Others are their following generation. Although most of them are disease-free, they are not allowed to move from the village. Busking, woodcutting, charcoal making, animal husbandry, agriculture are their sources of income. I was 12 and beautiful when I first admitted to Mandalay Hospital. I could not hold my tears when my grandfather walked past the passage, leaving me behind. Yet, I did not want to go back home. I know I have leprosy, said Dokin Chan. Deformity of their body and the numbness could not vary their warmth and cravings for life. Their belief and courage turned the infertile, miserable land into productive one. So it is the tale from the barren land, the people who live there, relationship between the land and them, their adaptation toward the disability of feeling pain, love and faith in future. Slowly, my practice encompasses psychological depiction, non-linear style of storytelling. In Days Untitled, I unfolded my hidden experience to inquire the definition of private and public, overlaps between these two spaces psychologically and physically. I investigated how personal and hidden memories can be presented in public domain. So I'm going to read some of the excerpts of my notebook during that time, during the time in Monomita Mental Hospital. Day or night, no one in this room could tell the difference. Shameless tube lights are glimmering over our head. I lost the track of time. It feels I born here, in this white room. They cut the umbilical cord connected to my mother. My mom got free and I broke all the bonds. There is no life outside this room, no faces to live for, no one to love. Is it raining outside? I can smell the walls. I know my grandmother is trying to catch all the clothes. My sister and brother are waiting for the electricity to go off. My mother is running to close all the windows. All seem adequate, in the places they should be. Before closing the window, my mom looked at me. Her soggy eyes, swell cheeks, told me to go back home. Home which I built with lies and mistrust. I'm really sorry, it's not the image of this. Sleep, sleep. Mosquitoes are whispering. You have nothing to do, child. You are worthless. So sleep. Whisper turned into music. I sleep, I wake up, I eat, watch the wall clock, the lizard, smash rice on the table, try to write, no words to write. I go back to sleep. This vicious cycle of nothingness, poisonous emptiness, it is unbearable. So the last work I want to show is based on Coral Bosti. The largest squatter settlements spread over 170 acres of land with 300,000 inhabitants surrounded by Gulshan, Bonani, the Rich, and separated by Gulshan Lake. Coral is a city within the city. Constantly grabs attention to the land grabbers, real estate companies as an expensive property. Coral is also referred as luxury slum, repeatedly cliched, exposed, and serves as a real-life laboratory of studies from housing to birth control. Fluctuation, denseness, and noise knitted my relationship with Coral Bosti. I am drawn by the sound of stitching machines whenever I enter Coral. There is a lane full of tailor shops, which is one of the income sources of the inhabitants of coral. When the machine starts to stitch together the noise they create, I can connect my inner distress to the place. Constant fear of eviction, insecurity about future, subjected to consistent politics of exclusion, and disgraceful role of the state and urban elite planners shape the physical stances and social forms of Coral Bosti. Yet, stand strongly in the middle, Coral is an imbalance to the urban setup, producing and reproducing unacknowledged cultural value every day. Yeah, there was like three others, but yeah, I misplaced in a way. Through my work, my idea is to embody the tremendous energy of existence, their own power structure, and communal resistance of being forgotten. So the show ends here, but I wanted to yeah, I don't know what I wanted to do, but I have a rap song to play. It's from Bangladesh. I wanted to play it because maybe it symbolized the everyday violence of existence. So Sagar, is there sound? Or can I play it?
সিটি আরে সিটি বাজ করে হপাই কোন হালায় গায় চাকার ধাক্কায় ঢাকা সিটি ঘুরপাক খায় ধাক্কায় ধাক্কায় যত গুলি লোহানো তোর ঢেলিতে ঢেলিতে ঠেলা গাড়ি টেমা ঠোকর ঠিক আছে তো ভই না ফটকা থেকে ফকর যে গাড়ি চাকা বাড়ি টিকি টানে মোলার দাড়ি 100 না 500 না 1000 এ বাড়ি দিলে প্রতি দিলে ব্রিফ কেসে টাকা লয়া ঢোকিলে একটা উড়া শুরু বাকি পাঁচ শুরু কালো মাঠে বুইরা ঢাকা বাঙালের মাটি ভূমি ঢাকা মাটি তোলা চুরি তোলা ধূপ তোলা রক তোলা ঠিকা টান মাইরা খিল গাও টান তোলা বাবু বাজে বাংলা মসজিদ আর মনি তোলা যত ঢাকাইয়া পোলালে চড়ে চিল্লা ডাকি তোলা ঢাকা সিটি থেকে থেকে লাগে পয়সা পাচ্ছে বোমা বাজি চান্দা বাজে বাজে কালো দুয়ার রাজনীতি ঢাকা সিটি ইচ্ছে লোকরা মাল সামনে বোমা বাজি চান্দা বাজে বাজে কালো দুয়ার রাজনীতি ঢাকা সিটি মহানগর আমার কংক্রিটের জঙ্গল জানালি দঙ্গল ঢাকা সিটি জঙ্গল আমলে চাপ ঘুমার সাফাইয়া ধানমন্ডি লালবাগ রাজবাড়ি চক্রবাট ফিরা ফিরা সব চালা ভুগি চুরি ভাত পারি কোলার উপর সবটারি পারে ধরে সবটারি মনে খাইলে চলে বাইরে লাইগো সিনা টাইতে ভাবল পুনে টিকিট কাটু জামি নাই ধরে খাইলে খবর লোকন বাড়ি করে গালা গালি মন কাছে পাই বলে হজম করে গাছ মারে ছাবি ছাবি এসে বডি দিলি সেটা খুঁজে খুঁজা খবর নাই এটা বন্ধ কর হাজুরা আলা ভালো ভালো খারাপে খারাপ খারাপ উপরে পড়তে পারি হিসাব নিকাশ নিকাশ বাকি পয়সা কি দিতে হবে রে মুগা পিটা ছেড়ে ঢাকা সিটি
Yeah, done. Eventually translated, it's impossible.
This water, I just put it there if you want some water. Sorry, I forgot before. Questions?
Forgive me if I ask this question publicly. I mean, we can talk later, you know that. So, you said that you wanted to be a filmmaker,
Yes.
and right now you showed us, I mean, at the end of your presentation was a rap song that I don't know how many people understood the words of, the lyrics of. And then you also showed some short videos or pictures that they are one after the other in sequence, in a cinematic way. And then the more reportagistic documentaries pictures are like a small stories on their own, so single pictures. So, have you ever made a movie? And if so, if you didn't, what kind of movie would it be now? After your process, after you tried different approaches, after also you let us listen this rap song, which probably is as rebellious as you would like to be.
I don't know whether I still want to make films, but if I do that, I think it will be so raw that I couldn't show it anywhere. I have to see it in the toilet, maybe. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I know that would be really bad, and also, yeah.
Bad in quality or rawness?
Everything. I mean, like from the aesthetical point of view to the yeah, from words to yeah.
Why don't you try? I mean, you are on stage right now and you were showing pictures and nobody really left the room saying this is bad. I guess it's a good starting point.
But I want to see people are saying that and then, I mean, leaving the place. So I think I enjoy that.
And then make it bad, make it the worst ever. Just make it.
Okay, I think I will. But I think I am doing that in this process. I'm already doing it through my pictures, to the video I'm making, or the text, or I mean anything I'm doing. I'm making films in a way. So I don't feel the urge to make it like the mess perspective of it, but I am making it, I think.
I remember I've seen your work before in a European photo festival.
Huh?
The
That's not me.
the stuff from the mental hospital.
No, my mental hospital never travels to Europe, I guess.
Where did it?
Huh?
Yeah.
Maybe in
I was
Chobimala.
never in Chobimala.
Then it's dream. I mean,
This is
maybe you dreamt about it.
That's valid also.
Cool.
Would you like to see it in Europe? As a
Definitely.
European, what do you create?
I just remember this the white and the sequences and your hair, and I'm sure it was somewhere. No? Okay. I just wanted to know because I can't remember it, so I must have seen it somewhere. My question would be where it was exhibited. But yeah, it's pretty hard to answer that.
Hi. So a couple of questions. I was curious, like you move between vertical and horizontal in the last work that you showed in terms of the format. Could you speak a little bit about that choice as to why? And how important format is in your work, and especially in terms of portraiture? And I'm also curious about the photograms, I believe, right, that you were showing us. And is that where the work is going now? And how do you feel about working on photograms? And is this connected to the last work, you know, in the colony that you were doing? I presume that it was.
It is a settlement, yeah.
Just if you could please clarify that. Thank you. And thanks for the talk.
And if if I clearly remember, the question was were two, right? Yeah. So about the vertical and horizontal format, I don't really care. I just spontaneously and intuitively do whatever feels like. And it's more about responding to the place, and also, if you say about this edit, I kind of did it also spontaneously. Not like I don't know how to arrange this, but I wanted to have a rhythm or a flow, so that's how I edited. Put together as a format. But about if it's about mediums, a lot of choices of mediums, I don't have any particular way to hold on to. I started with photograms actually about the place, and then I figured out it was very important for me because I needed. I was getting so much energy and so much harshness from one place that I wanted to reflect in some way, in very manual way, very laborious way to. I wanted to find something. So I think I knew about photograms, but I never tried. So I felt it would be. I didn't feel anything, but I just started to do, and then it came together in a, like in a stitching maybe. But I was not quite sure about that. If that answers your question, I don't know. Just.
I really enjoyed the early pictures that you showed from your childhood and the playful quality in those. Do you remember when you started taking pictures and if it was always very performative? How much your family complied?
I remember I was the family cameraman. Yeah. But I don't clearly remember from when. I just, if there is wedding or something like that. So I was the one who just, like, like she's the one, she should done it. She should do it in a way. But I was never enjoyed, but I enjoyed the conversation in between. And also this tag cameraman. So yeah. And I don't know when I started.
So, I was just looking at your last work, and you also telling Valentina that if you were to make a film, it would be quite raw, and it makes sense what you're saying. You're giving everything, you're not holding anything back. But maybe some months ago, you seemed to hold a lot back, and you're talking about.
That's a very personal question. I want to answer.
No, I'm just. You were talking about you care for people. You were talking a lot about the community and so on. I'm just wondering if it ever becomes a conflict for you. This thing of really pushing a sort of a limit, and also at the same time caring. And you seem to have maybe gotten over a certain hurdle. I'm just wondering if it's not too personal, if you could.
I think I'm already in that contradiction of caring and also doing whatever I feel like. So I don't know the answer. I'm still searching, and it depends on the people. I make really good friends there. It's too, and also it's they are really bold, and if they want to say anything about it, they just confront. So it's better for me because in the community I live, except Coral, it's always, and also in my family, it's never confrontational. It's always back in the, in your back. So in a way, it's a conflict which I am struggling, and also I'm looking for myself also to see how I react in aesthetical way or in the choice of my life. Yeah.
So when Valentina asked, about you making a film, and you said it would be so horrible, people wouldn't want to watch it or play it in the toilet, which is a great idea. How important is it to you to show your photographs to people?
That's why I'm here now. I'm showing my work. It's important, and also I don't care. My work is not really that much visible in Bangladesh, but I don't care really. I just feel I have to work, and I have to respond whatever I am having here. So in a way, I'm in the process in this incubator, and also in this artist talk and everything, but I will keep doing whatever I'm doing, whether I know or I don't know. So I don't care about what impacts it's making, because I know I have to wait long time to see the impacts. Yeah.
I have a question. You mentioned the incubator, and I've heard really great things about, what everyone has been doing. And I was wondering, talking about identity or deconstructing identity, how you've influenced other individuals in the incubator and vice versa. So what has unfolded is unfolding as a result. What's your experience?
It's quite an experience, though. I mean, to show work and to talk about my work, it's a really job. I mean, it's a job for me, and I want to be paid for that, to show my work to and so I mean, I applied for this because I wanted to be in this group where I can really meet incredible people, and also they can give feedbacks. And also the participants, I know many of them, and I don't know many. I wanted to see their works, and yes, I had to keep digging myself all the time, and also the words, how to talk about my works, because I'm not doing that for a while. So yes, if that answers, I don't know. Sorry.
Thank you so much, Sadia, for this conversation.
Kathmandu, Kathmandu, Kathmandu.